That's what we, there we go. Now you're good. Go ahead, Jen.
All right, so tonight we are talking about Beyond Toothpaste, all about oral health. And I am Jen Hoagie. I am in near the Redlands, California area. I live in Yucaipa, but most people aren't familiar with that city. Um, but I want to come here and say On Guard products or On Guard toothpaste is really going to be your new dental insurance. And when you hear the experience, you'll understand why I say that. Um, but On Guard and toothpaste and the mouthwash have been game changers for our family. And three reasons why you should try doTERRA On Guard natural whitening toothpaste is because it helps preserve tooth enamel. It is remineralizing because of the hydroxyapatite in there. And then also, it has the On Guard blend, the On Guard protective blend. Think of protection that's going to be protecting your immunity, brain, heart, really your whole body health, because our mouth is really a gateway to the rest of our body. And then also, it can assist with removing tooth stains. It has hydrated silica, which is a natural abrasive. It's not going to hurt your enamel. Instead, we're going to be rebuilding that enamel with this toothpaste, which is super important for people who might have soft teeth or some other issues, maybe prone to decay. Um, the other thing that I love is that it's fluoride free and it's highly concentrated. So even though you might think, well, this isn't as much as I get with my regular toothpaste I purchase, you really don't need to use what is shown in that picture. That's for demonstration only. You really only need a small pea-sized amount, and it goes a long way. And this is just a really easy and safe way to protect the whole family when it comes to keeping that healthy mouth and the microbiome, the bacteria, very healthy. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And I do apologize that I cannot share in full presentation mode. I have an issue with that on my end. But we do have another alternate flavor, super mint, and this is another healthy option. Very similar benefits. However, why would you choose one over the other? Well, On Guard, of course, has the On Guard blend in it, so you're going to get more. It's going to prioritize more gum health and immune support. So that one I love using just because of that. And it tastes so great. It has the On Guard, the warm, spicy cinnamon clove flavor. It does have more peppermint in there, so it does still leave your breath fresh. But Supermint is if you know our mints, right? It's very powerful burst of fresh and crispness, freshness and that minty flavor. So if you're more of the mint person, then you might want the Supermint instead. But both, again, remember, are fluoride free, remineralizing, and whitening. But let's talk a little bit about why do we want to choose fluoride free? And if you're not on, if you haven't heard this yet, I won't be surprised. A lot of people still use over-the-counter toothpaste with fluoride and we might use it at the dentist's office because we're told it's good for our teeth. And in a way, it is because it does offer some protection. It keeps decay from happening. That's exactly why they put it in our water and inside the toothpaste. However, if you ever looked at your toothpaste warning label, it says keep out of reach of children under 6 years of age. If more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact a poison control center right away. If that shocks you, um, there is poison in there, you guys, okay? Fluoride is poison and it is a known neurotoxin. So this is why I am happy to find toothpaste that not only is fluoride free, but can also do all the things that we just talked about, right? So fluoride, it can prevent cavities better than non-fluoride toothpaste, but it may disrupt the delicate oral microbiome. When ingested, it's correlated with lower IQ in children. And I have put published study links here, you guys, so you can see this, okay? Kids and teens who ingest high amounts of fluoride have higher rates of ADHD and ADHD-like symptoms. It can affect thyroid function when ingested, can cause chronic excess kidney damage. So remember, Our mouth is a gateway to our bloodstream and in fact our entire body. So we want to be careful what we are putting in our mouth and brushing our teeth with and rinsing our mouth with. All right, so our On Guard mouthwash is not your ordinary mouthwash. The key ingredients in here, of course, we have our On Guard blend, which is great. Another easy way to not have to use the oil all the time. It's already embedded into the products, right? And then we also have miswak extract. So this is a very interesting thing that doTERRA was able to use this in their ingredients. It's from a Salvadorian or Salvadora persica tree. So it's a teeth cleaning twig that people in underdeveloped countries use. They chew on it and it acts like a floss and a natural cleanser and they have actually some of the healthiest teeth known in the world. So doTERRA found this extract and was able to put it into the mouthwash. So when we use this mouthwash, it's in effect almost like flossing and almost like brushing our teeth. So it's a great add-on. We still want to brush our teeth, obviously, but it's a great thing to use. And then also they use xylitol, which is a naturally occurring alcohol. It is alcohol free. So most mouthwashes, when it's that burn, right? It's because there's a lot of alcohol in there. And people with dry mouth, that actually can create dry mouth or just make it a lot worse. Lots of alcohol in our system is not good for us. So xylitol is a natural occurring plant-based um, alcohol, and it is used as a sugar substitute. So it offers some sweetening as well without having to put sugar in to make it taste great. Um, but it's really not there as a sweetener. It's there because it has been known to promote healthy and strong teeth. And I love taking this in a smaller bottle, I travel with it, especially if you're on long plane rides, you can gargle, instead of having to try and brush your teeth in that small bathroom and take up time, you can swish really quick and spit it out. But you can also use it because remember, it has On Guard in there, which we use for immunity, right? And fighting off all the bad germs. So you can use it as a gargle when you feel that sore throat coming on, or if you have a persistent sore throat, use it to gargle. Just make sure you spit it out. And then, oh, I already mentioned that it's used in place of an addition to flossing. So I don't mean like in place of flossing all the time, but let's say you don't have floss with you, or like I said, you're traveling and it just becomes really handy. Okay, so other essential oils and products recommended for oral health. I'm going to go back to the Essential Life book, which we love. I know the screen is really small. I can maybe make it a little bigger, but we're also going to make these slides available for you if you need it. But some of the top solutions for single oils: myrrh, clove, peppermint, wintergreen, turmeric. So myrrh and clove and peppermint are in the toothpaste, but wintergreen, I believe it's not in the Supermint toothpaste. And turmeric is not in our toothpaste. So you can use these if you don't have the toothpaste. You could opt to add this into, if you already have a clean fluoride-free toothpaste, you can add a drop to your toothpaste, right? While you're brushing. And then other blends that are great, you can add the On Guard to your toothpaste. DDR Prime, if you just need a boost as well. DDR Prime is a great one, especially if you're dealing with autoimmunity or other chronic illness. Great one because DDR Prime is like our health insurance oil blend. And then, of course, the Supermint blend. Past tense actually is good for like TMJ. And then I think Copaiba is also one of the ones that are great for TMJ. And then Revitazen. So a lot of our tooth or oral problems could be from needing to detox. So we'll talk a little bit more how to do that. And then our usage tips: apply topically or internally based on the labeling. Um, a less known gem is Tulsi. It's not listed in the book, but if you look at Tulsi, the suggestions, how to use it, the top suggested uses, It is suggested for cancer and prevention, including oral cancer. So that's a good one to keep on your list. And then also, pro tip, add a drop of wintergreen to your toothbrush when you brush. So wintergreen, look it up. It even says here it protects nerves, soothes pain, prevents tooth decay, but it's also like a natural aspirin blood thinner. So not everybody's going to want to do this, but it's actually a pro tip from corporate that told us our wintergreen is safe to use in this way if we do need that. So just keep that in mind. But always start at the foundation. We don't want to forget our foundational wellness bundle with our BMG, our omegas, and then also that includes our PB Restore, which remember, we have a microbiome. We want to keep those bacteria levels healthy in our mouth. So if you don't use PB Restore, you can also use the sachet, the PB Assist Plus. And also from the Essential Life book, the related ailments. If you could see here, oh, this is all oral health, you guys. So if you want clips of this or something, we hopefully are going to make these available on these recordings soon. Not just quite yet, but hopefully you'll be able to get your hands on that. I'm sorry. Let me go. Oh, I'm trying to go to the right. I'm sorry. Okay. So more protocols. We have cold sore relief, canker sore remedies, braces, people who, get their braces adjusted or put on the TMJ soother. You can make your own DIY mouthwash. So take a quick screenshot of that if you'd like. So many remedies that we have, you guys, natural remedies that work so well. And then other effective oral care options, take a screenshot of this as well. If you haven't heard about oil pulling or tongue scraping, those are two things that you would like to look into. Look it up, but oil pulling you could do with coconut oil and On Guard or any of the oils, depending on what you're trying to target. But this pulls out toxins in the bloodstream. So basically, you would swish with like a teaspoon of organic coconut oil with a couple of drops of essential oil, and you keep that in your mouth as long as possible. They say to aim for 15 to 20 minutes, and you're just literally swishing in and out of your teeth for that long, and then spit it out in the trash can and repeat daily. So if you're having infections, or you can't get to the dentist or the dentist right away, like if you have a toothache, use clove in this way. Oh, it works amazing for the pain relief, and it will kill the bacteria and help it resolve really fast. So there's so many benefits. And then the tongue scraping is just a deeper level on keeping your bacteria from building up in your mouth. All right. So before we move on, we're going to hear from my hubby here, and he's going to share his experience with On Guard toothpaste, or our family's experience, really, his personal, and then how it's affected our family.
Yeah, because she doesn't have bad teeth. Makes me sick. But anyway, my name's Jim. I've always had tooth or always had problems with my teeth. Since I was young, I always went in, always found multiple cavities and so forth. Until we found the On Guard toothpaste. So that was the anchor for me. It made me a believer in the oils because Jen's been using it for a long time. Um, I've always been healthy, ate a lot of dirt as a kid, so I really wasn't a sickly child. So, but when it came to teeth, I had nothing but problems. And I had an ongoing joke with my dentist every time I went in, what am I sponsoring this year as far as his trip or, putting his kids through college. So I became known as the toothpaste guy at work. Um, that's pretty much what I talked about all the time because I haven't had, ever since I started using On Guard toothpaste, I haven't had any kind of issues at all. The only issues that I've had is this old work that needed to be replaced. So old cavities, they get old and you have to replace them and so forth. And as far as that goes, it's great. going into the dentist, not having any work done and walking out or just getting my cleaning. Because I've had abscessed, you know, I'm royalty because I've been crowned so many times. So, you know, you don't have to bow. But anyway, because I would go in and because I'd have like a couple of crowns and I would say, well, do I get a two for one? Just all that kind of joking back and forth with my dentist. But anyway, I've been going to my dentist for like 30 years, the same one. So good relationship. But as far as what Jen was saying, it's the gateway to your health and so forth. I've always, when I talk to people, I tell them about the toothpaste. Look at the back. It's poison control, and I also reason with them. Say, well, if you had a heart attack and you had to put nitroglycerin into your system and get it into you fast, where would you put it? And it's usually underneath your tongue. So if you're brushing your teeth 2, 3 times a day, you're putting that stuff into your system, and it's going in quickly. So that's what I reason with people. I'm really short and to the point. I tell people, even if you don't do any of the other oils, buy the toothpaste. Because I'm living proof because thousands of dollars, I could have retired by now if I was able to keep that money and invest it. But anyway,
Well, 10 years of savings, guys. 10 years of savings. So that's why I call it our dental insurance.
yeah. So it's a proven fact. I'll always use that. I've just recently, like probably about a month ago, I started feeling like an abscess, like a blister on your gums, and I'm oh great, something's happening. So we put the tea tree to the test, and what else did we put? Tea tree and
Clove or
clove.
clove or on guard. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just yeah
Usually is my go-to is clove, just straight on there.
Yeah, and I have a high tolerance. Like I usually after I brush my teeth, I put like 5 drops of On Guard underneath my tongue and
He's hardcore.
just hold it and I just hold it there. There is a burn, but it's no big deal. But that's what I do as far as my mouth health. I'll just swish it around afterwards and swallow it. But yeah, it's as far as the tea tree and just swishing around. It was a blister because I've been in construction a long time. It felt like a blister. It was soft like a blister. You could move it around, and that tea tree just flattened it out. It's just,
Less than 24 hours usually. That's
yeah,
like the second time that's happened. So
yeah.
it's
Well, I did it in
amazing.
the morning, and it was gone by noon. So, or it was flattened out by noon. It was still there, but it
Mhm.
was flattened out. So it's just, that kind of stuff that I've had experiences with. So, like I said, buy the toothpaste.
The toothpaste man. Thank you, Jimbo. All right. So you heard it, you guys. If that is not something in your home, you need to get the toothpaste in your home immediately. All right. So we'll go ahead and open it up for Q&A. And
Yeah,
I
there's
think,
just a couple of comments in the chat, Jen.
okay.
I put a comment in there about don't swallow the wintergreen because
Right.
it is toxic to humans, but pure wintergreen, what you get in mints is not pure wintergreen. That's why they haven't
That's
put it
synthetic.
in
Yes.
cans. That's not wintergreen. But the real wintergreen oil, it's just good to spit it out if you're going to use it on your toothbrush or toothpaste. So that was
Yeah,
just one
we should
comment.
always spit out our toothpaste or mouthwash because it's a lot of bacteria in there, guys. So we always want to spit it out. Even if our toothpaste isn't harmful to swallow, we don't want to be swallowing it because it has all that yucky germs in it. Um, but thank you, Mike. And I'm so glad that you're a testament, Lisa, that you've been doing that for years. So we see how safe it is. And then also, we got to think about wintergreen being really good for people who are, okay, so I'm just going to say it because we need to say it. It's a natural blood thinner, guys. How many people are on blood thinners and how harmful are those to your system? So just so you're getting, not reading between the lines, I just want to say it. Okay, so Supermint is my favorite toothpaste. I'm glad you love it. It is yummy. And they had a test of Supermint mouthwash. They haven't come out with it yet, but they have developed it, and it was delicious. So I wanted to drink it. Hopefully they come. That's an option later. Um, and Marva, yes. So I didn't mention that, but it is great for sensitive teeth and it will help help your teeth not be so sensitive.
Should I put in a note?
And then,
Just want to chime in
oh,
as far as that sensitive teeth thing. They used to have to, my teeth were so bad that they used to have to numb me up to do a cleaning. And so,
he would go to a specialist for 2 deep cleanings every year.
yeah, well, even a regular cleaning, I would have to
Sorry.
get numbed up. They would put the pink stuff in, and sometimes they would actually have to give me a shot because I was so sensitive. So ever since I started using On Guard, they haven't had to numb me up or anything. I'm there still tense. I'm still white knuckled every time they go into my mouth. But
PTSD.
but it's just like, but
We have voices for that
I
too.
haven't had to be numbed up to get any kind of cleaning done.
Yeah, just so we can go on and on about this stuff. Um, yes, clove is better. And you switch between, yes, you get the boast of best or the best of both worlds, Amanda, by using both. And let me see, Ben, I am concerned as I have had a number of crowns in the past 2 years and I had been using the toothpaste and mouthwash. Dentist recommended a fluoride strong toothpaste and mouthwash. What else could I supplement to the toothpaste and mouthwash as I would like help with my recessed gum line? My experiences are very similar, Jim. Okay, so we
So,
also, oh,
so what my dentist says that as far as recessed gums, there's no way, well, what they told me, there's no way of regenerating your gums. It's just getting to the point where it doesn't recede anymore. So, like I haven't had, because they measure my pockets and all that stuff, and I haven't had anything go deeper. No problem spots or anything like that. So it's just using the On Guard and just good oral hygiene is going to be your best. They tell me to floss as well, and that helps as well. So, because your tartar is what kind of pushes your gums down and away from your teeth.
yeah.
So, yeah,
So
that's
I
what I
think
recommend.
yeah, thank you. And also remember the microbiome in the mouth. So it could be bacteria, your microbiome is imbalanced. So you can add the probiotics to your toothpaste. Make sure you're taking that PB Restore and that you have nutrients. You know, think about nutrients absorption. Maybe there's some other compromise. So we can talk later, Ben, because I think there's some things I can help you with on a personal level. We'll talk about it
Hey,
later.
Jen,
Yes.
let me step back to that question a bit because I had receding gums, and it was 7 years ago, right when the toothpaste and mouthwash came out. And the dentist wanted me to do a super deep cleaning with the machines. They were going to charge me a bunch of money for this, and it was right when the On Guard toothpaste and mouthwash came out. And so I told the dentist, I said, I'm going to try this product that I just started using, and if in 6 months it's not better, I will go ahead and do that. And I came back 6 months later for my next checkup, and my gums had actually improved over those 6 months. And that was exactly what the clinical trial was that they mentioned when the On Guard toothpaste and mouthwash came out. That they had done studies that said some people's gums actually improved after using the On Guard.
Yeah.
So, everybody's different, but it's actually going to not get worse or even perhaps get better with using those products.
Now, Ben, I just want to clarify, it sounds to me like you were using the toothpaste and mouthwash during those 2 years, that you did need crowns. So am I reading that correctly?
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct. Yeah.
Okay. So your experience is that it didn't stop or improve. That's what you're saying, right?
It doesn't appear to be that way, unfortunately. Now, there's
Yeah.
some other things that might be involved as well that I'm not going to
Yeah, so
get
that's
into
what
all
I'm
of it right
thinking,
now,
that
but
there's some other underlying issues, and that's why I do the bioscans, the cytoscans and stuff. So I'll talk to you about that later. Um, but the other thing I wanted to say about that was, what was your health before that, your oral health? Were these kind of like old things that were already present when you started using On Guard? Like the
Oh,
issue?
yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
hadn't had crowns in decades.
Hmm.
And there's also the crowns probably happened because of not being able to get the regular deep cleaning during COVID, et cetera, and then it caught up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
and most
still
likely
had been,
the toothpaste is probably trying to help you and it's probably helping, but you already had some pretty serious things going on. So um I'd be interested to see, maybe you can give us an update in 6 months or something and let us know since you had the work done, how things are going, if you don't mind.
yeah, let's chat a little more
Yeah,
offline.
okay. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to wrap it up. I do have a couple of other housekeeping items I would like to share. So if you're not familiar with our Refer a Friend program, we like to mention it because maybe somebody is new here, but if you're a wholesale customer, you have a personal doTERRA link. Sometimes you might see that pop up when you sign into your account, or you can find it in your profile menu. There is a Refer a Friend link, and your friends will get their first year membership free when they use their link. And doTERRA rewards you with 20% of their order in doTERRA dollars, and you can spend that on anything. You can even save it to renew your annual membership. And they let you get up to $599 a year without having to report it. You don't have to become a distributor or a wellness advocate, anything like that. You stay a wholesale customer and you can reap those rewards. And so we like people to take advantage of that. And then also, if anybody has an inactive account or someone that has been inactive for 12 or more months, they are offering free annual renewal through June 30th. So that's a great time to take advantage of it. And then I just wanted to share this 1-minute video because a lot of people are not aware that they can earn income with doTERRA. And if you really love doTERRA, it might be something that you'd pursue.
Ever wonder if your passion for wellness could become something more? Every day, people just like you are sharing products they already love and earning money with doTERRA in the process. So whether you want extra income or you're ready to grow a thriving business, the path is here. As the world's leading essential oil company, doTERRA is revolutionizing wellness, empowering entrepreneurs, and cultivating communities across the globe. Our compensation plan is one of the most generous out there, and because our incredible wellness solutions powered by essential oils keep customers coming back, we also have one of the highest reorder rates in the industry. That means consistent rewards and meaningful growth that's built on delivering real impact. From our cherished farming and growing partners, through to quality products, to real rewards and benefits for sharing. If you haven't experienced doTERRA's products already, give them a try and you'll quickly see why they are so loved and respected around the world. So let's dive into the compensation plan and see how rewarding earning with doTERRA can be.
Okay, so that's just a snippet of this 9-minute video. If you're interested in learning more, then you can reach out to whoever invited you. And then you can also ask about attending a class to learn more about earning income. Okay, so our lineup for the rest of this month is creative ways to save. So we talked about dental savings, right, today, but Mike is going to share with us next Wednesday a lot more creative ways to save when we're using our products and using these natural solutions. And then May 27th, Myra will be talking about our supplements and nutrition, fueling the body, supporting the cells. Thank you, everyone. And we look
Thanks,
forward to
Jen.
seeing
Great
you.
presentation. Now it's time for our drawing. So let me share my screen. Move the spinning wheel over with everybody's name on it. And got too many screens open here. Okay, share. There we go. Okay, so here is the spinning wheel. All of our participants.
Jim said, I don't see my name. He doesn't believe it. He's joking. He's joking.
All right, we're going to spin the wheel. Oh, what's the prize, Jen? We didn't ask what the
Oh,
prize
I'm
is.
sorry. You're getting the toothpaste bundle. So you'll get an On Guard toothpaste and a Supermint toothpaste.
Awesome. That would be super. 2 toothpastes for just spinning the wheel. So we're going to spin the wheel and see who our winner is. And our winner is Abigail.
Nice.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Abigail.
Thank you. Great presentation.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
I'll get that out to you
Oh,
and
so nice.
be able
Thank you.
to enjoy those toothpastes that we love so much.
Yes. All right. Sorry, we went a little over today, but we will see you next week and we will hopefully be able to make this recording available in the near future.
All right. Very good. Well, thanks everyone for joining. We'll see you all
Hey.
next week. Have a good
Thank
week.
you.
Much.
All right, you're
Thank you.
welcome.
Have a good evening.
Bye.
Appreciate the presentation. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.